Good evening and thanks for joining us as we look back on the best of the quarter-finals of the Scottish Gas Women's Scottish Cup. And I'm delighted to be joined by Laura Kennedy, who lifted the trophy on 5 occasions during your playing career. Thanks for joining us today, Laura.
Delighted to be here.
And we are here, of course, at Hampden Park, the National Stadium, where the semi-finals will take place next month. So let's find out who will be here contesting in the Final Four. And we start with last year's beaten finalist, Rangers, who went to face Hibs. Commentary for this one comes from Stuart Mitchell.
It's Hibernian against Rangers in the Women's Scottish Cup quarter-final at Meadowbank Stadium. Kirsty Morrison leads out the Hibs team on her 100th appearance. They defeated Glasgow City on penalties to reach this stage. Nicola Docherty taking out the Rangers team. They won at home against Dundee United with a comprehensive victory last time in this competition. Tegan Bowie racing away, has a look up. Essen backtracking, oh, it's off the crossbar. The Rangers goalkeeper at full stretch. Tegan Bowie so close. He leaves for Macaulay, who strikes. It takes a deflection and ends up in the back of the net. Mia Macaulay does it against Hibs again. Scored here in the league. She takes the celebration. Hunter, the charging defender, trying to stop it, but it trickles into the net. Bowie blocked by Arnott and out for the Hibs corner. Whipped in. Hibs header! It's Poppy Lawson who levels the score. Hibs won, Rangers won. That's exactly the reaction Grant Scott was looking for. It was a crowded 6-yard area. But the delivery was on point, and Poppy Lawson was the tallest to nod it into the net. And she's delighted. Brogan Hay. Macaulay stops, looks for McLaughlin. Arnott strikes and finds a way through. Lizzie Arnott waiting at the back post. She applauds the ball across. Hibs couldn't deal with it. Nicola Docherty tries to get the team together. Bowie in field. Morrison takes. Slips it through for Shannon McGregor. A bullet from McGregor. A magnificent goal, and Hibs are level once again. Essen's in trouble. Morrison takes. Rangers goalkeeper manages to stretch and stop it. Danger might still be there. Nicola Docherty clears upfield. Bounces all the way through. Ewens being chased by the Hibs defence. Sarah Ewens. Rangers are back in front. Sarah Ewens screams in celebration. Rangers ahead in the second half. They'll look to keep a hold of it now. The long ball upfield. Ewens racing away in such a calm finish under Wilson. Docherty launches the throw. And they tried to get there. Jane Ross has it. Bearing down. And goes down under the challenge. The referee has a look and awards the penalty. Disbelief in the Hibs defence. Rio Hardy steps up and scores. Rangers have a bit of daylight now. Hibs 2, Rangers 4. And Joe Potter's side look to claim their place in the semi-final. Rio Hardy with the penalty adds to her terrific scoring record this season. McLaughlin for Rangers. Now Rowe. Hay alone. Back for Rowe. Delivered. It's dangerous. Ross is on hand to stab it into the net. Rangers have number 5. And that appears to be the tie over. Hibs didn't deal with it. Ross reacts quickest. Corner delivered. Rio Hardy. No chase. Sliding challenge. Full pace, and the referee not happy. He'll show the yellow card. Rangers now with a free kick. Rowe towards the back post. Hardy's there, and Rio Hardy completes the scoring for Rangers. A double for her. She's just waiting at the back post, not marked, and the easy task of heading down into the net. Hibs 2, Rangers 6. And there is the full-time whistle. Rangers are going back to Hampden. They are in the semi-finals. Jo Potter will lead her team at the National Stadium. Her side showing their strength in the second half after Hibs levelled twice in the first half. It's finished. Hibernian 2, Rangers 6.
Well, Laura, it was all to play for with your former team at half-time, but Rangers just finding that little extra gear in the second half.
Yeah, I think that even from the week before and obviously going into this game, I think they probably went in with their tails up between their legs a bit, but they went in. They were obviously brought it back to 2-2, and then, well, after that, whatever happened after that was a bit of a shame, but yeah.
Yeah, and credit to Rangers, they fought back in that second half, but there was a real defining moment that just shows the fine margins of football. Victoria Essen with the mistake, she made up for it with the save, and then right up the other end, Rangers go 3-2 ahead. So from potentially going 3-2 up themselves, they find themselves behind.
Yeah, I think for Hibs to bring it back to 2-2 and then to have that chance, and if they'd went 3-2 it would have changed everything. I think for them to lose a goal, they would have been really disappointed at that point, to lose as the way they did.
Yeah, and then what happened, like you said, happened after that. But we've got to take a little moment to talk about Shannon McGregor's goal. A lovely team move as well.
Yeah, I think they built up an interchange with the players, and they got a bit of fortune with Eilidh's touch over the top, but the finish for Shannon was first class. I think to find even from that corner and find the top corner from there, it was a very, very good finish.
Yeah, a nice moment for Shannon McGregor. Rangers, though, ultimately finding the way to get through. They're still on for a treble this season. Jo Potter as well has signed a contract extension. Are they, for you, the ones setting the pace a little bit within the women's game right now?
Yeah, I think they're finding momentum in everything they do. Although they're maybe coming up against games, maybe last season they might have lost when they're bringing it 2-2 and stuff. I think the momentum is building, and certainly they are a team to beat at the moment. And well, they're still on for the treble, which must be good for them to keep going. Yeah,
well, they are through to the semi-finals, so let's find out who will join them. The holders Celtic, they faced an away trip to Links Park to take on Montrose. Your commentator for this one is Andrew McLean.
Celtic have scored 18 goals without reply against Montrose in their 2 league meetings this season. A 9-0 win here on the opening day of the campaign, and then the exact same scoreline when they met again in January. Elena Sidiku's side will be hoping that they can rack up more goals today. Montrose with a few goals themselves in the last round, a 5-0 victory against Stirling University to reach this round of the competition. They do have a relegation battle to contend with though, alongside this Scottish Cup run, what it would mean for them to get through to the semi-finals. Gallagher down to Ashworth Clifford. It's in, and Kitlaferski opens the scoring already for Celtic. Just 5 minutes into the game, Celtic not hanging about. They want to book that place in the semi-finals, and Kitlaferski latching on to that ball. Lovely first time finish. Celtic on their way already. Barclay through for Jenny Smith. Going to show some strength there, Jenny Smith. Gallagher finds the run of Barclay into the box. There's Kitlaferski. Oh, that's cheeky from Kitlaferski. A lovely flick at the front post. Scored 5 minutes into the game, just 8 minutes on the clock now, and she's already got her second, and Celtic's second. What a start for Elena Sidiku's side. Well, Montrose haven't quite collapsed like it looked like they would in the first few minutes of the game. Some defending to do here though. Gallagher through, Jenny Smith, and that's 3. She had so much time, Jenny Smith, to pick her spot. The flag stayed down, and Jenny Smith makes sure Celtic have a comfortable lead already in the first half of this game. Lauren Parry had no chance. Smith Through to Lefersky. Trying to turn provider. Here's Jenny Smith. Big chance. What a save by Lauren Perry. McEnany floats it in. There's a real chance here. It's deflected into the path of Caitlin Hayes. And Perry doing her job again. A busy afternoon for Lauren Perry. McEnany's ball towards the back post. It's off the bar. And there was a real chance there. Sydney Cummings. McEnany can deliver again. Good from these set pieces. Hayes drops into the box. It's all a bit dangerous in there. And Shen Mengyu is the one that makes it 4 for Celtic. Well, they'll feel they maybe could have had a few more already in this game, Celtic, but 4's not a bad return at this stage of the game. Shen Mengyu, maybe not the best team goal Celtic will ever score, but they all count. Gallagher back to Ashworth Clifford. Cuts inside. Oh, it's off the post! And somehow, across the goal line, Montro's clear eventually. Looked as if it was going to sneak in from Ashworth Clifford. McEnany. Looks like she will deliver this one. And there's Caitlin Hayes! Captain for the day, Caitlin Hayes. Up from the back. Powerful header. Celtic have 5. And it's another good delivery from McEnany. Caitlin Hayes always good in the air. Showing that again. McEnany. Tash Flint. On the turn. Goes for goal. Tipped over by Perry. The long ball forward. Shane Menglu will run onto this. Does have Murphy Agnew in support. Round the keeper. Must be. And it is. Celtic have 6 at Links Park. A good afternoon's work for Elena Sidiku's side. Murphy Agnew in on the act. Have to show composure there with the first touch. Celtic have another. The visitors looking to round things off. Barclay into a crossing position. Agnew! Well, she must have thought she'd scored there, Murphy Agnew. Somehow directs it over. And the full-time whistle goes. It will be the final touch of the game. It ends with a slight tinge of frustration, but that won't matter. Elena Sidiku's side booked their place in the last 4 of the competition with a 6-0 victory over Montrose.
Well, it was a comfortable victory in the end for the holders. It was probably expected, but you've still got to go out and get the job done.
Yeah, exactly. And I think when you're playing in the Cup, any result can happen, so the underdogs might sometimes give them up a fight, but I think they did a very professional job in the end.
Some lovely goals. I think probably the highlight, Kit Lefersky's cheeky little back heel. I mean, that was nice.
I think she's definitely coming into form. She's scoring. You can see more and more. She's bedding in with the team. Obviously, they've got the new coaching, but I think even her run to make the space and get that and to be able to deliver that into the net was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, lots of movement as well up front, and they're obviously under a little bit of a transition with the new coach coming in, but they looked very clinical.
Yeah, they did, and I think they created a lot of chances. I think as well, like they seem to be giving everybody a run, and they're all different positions, they're moving about, but they seem to be finding their feet and definitely creating chances up front and opportunities for the strikers to score.
Well, it is a rerun of the final in the first semi-final. Rangers and Celtic will go head-to-head at Hampden here once again. Can you pick a favourite?
I think it being Hampden, I think the neutral pitch, I think form goes out the window when it comes to Cup, and I can't at this stage. I think it's going to be a really tight and a good game to watch.
Yeah, it should be, and we'll find out who makes it through to the final next month when they go head-to-head here at Hampden. But let's round up the other 2 quarter-finals that took place over the weekend. League Cup finalist Partick Thistle looking for another run to the latter stages of a cup competition this season. They took on Hearts, but the lowest-ranked team left in the competition, Livingston, hosted Spartans, and that's where we start.
SWPL 2 side Livingston came into this game as the lowest ranked side in the competition. They needed penalties to see off Gartcairn in the quarter-finals. Spartans haven't enjoyed the easiest season in the top flight, but they did record an impressive 2-1 win over Aberdeen to reach this stage. And it took them just a quarter of an hour to grab the lead at the Tony Macaroni Arena. Hannah Jordan crossing for Becky Galbraith to stab home. It was turning into a first half to remember for Galbraith, and there was a sense of déjà vu moments later as she turned home another cross from virtually the same position to double the visitors' advantage. Struggling to pick up points in the league of late, but the cup providing some welcome relief. It was the same story in the second half. This one was the pick of the goals. A controlled finish into the bottom corner as Hannah Jordan's effort made it 4-0. And it was soon 5. Another ball in the box and another close range finish from Alana Marshall this time. 5-0 to the away side. Livingston are enjoying a good season in SWPL 2 and still have a chance of achieving promotion to the top flight. They thought they'd at least grabbed a consolation, but unfortunately, the flag was up. Spartans almost added a 6, but they were kept out by some terrific Livingston defending. A professional performance from the Edinburgh side, and they are heading to Hampden Park. Our final quarter-final saw two sides both enjoying strong seasons. Brian Graham's Thistle were in the top 6 in the final of the League Cup, while Eva Eilidh's Hearts sit 4th in the league. Hearts almost took the lead in stunning fashion with Ciara Grant letting fly from fully 35 yards. Thistle responded and they would hit the woodwork themselves moments later. Demi Faulkner's header cannoned off the foot of the post and was deemed not to have crossed the line despite the home side's protestations. It was proving an open game with chances at both ends, and Thistle came close as Emma Lawton put in a dangerous cross, just begging for a touch, but no takers from the Jags. Hearts then broke up the park and Olufolasade Adama Laken had an effort, but it didn't trouble Megan Cunningham. 0-0 at the interval, and somehow Hearts failed to take the lead just moments after. Brownlee with the break, and she crossed for Jessica Husband, who somehow failed to convert at the far post. Georgia Hunter was next to go close for the visitors, meeting a Grant corner. We looked to be heading for extra time, but Hearts' second half pressure eventually told. Another Grant set piece, another header. This time Cunningham couldn't keep it out. Lizzie Waldy with the winner. Eva Eilidh's side safely through to the semi-finals and preparing to play a game at Hampden for the first time in their history.
So it is an all-Edinburgh affair in the other semi-final, a really big boost as well for Spartans because it's been a bit of a difficult season for them.
Yeah, I think sometimes they've been building momentum and had some not great results. I think for any team going into in the cup, as I said before, the form does come out, and it's a great result for them to get through and obviously make their sell. You would have thought they were going to beat Livingston, but yeah, to get their name in the semi-final draw.
Yeah, brilliant. Back here, no, they'll be here at Hampden, and they'll be up against Hearts, and they faced a Partick Thistle side who've again had a cracking season. So a really big win for Hearts, and how important is it, given how much they're investing into the development and of the club and of the playing squad, that they start getting to these latter stages of a cup competition? Yeah,
I think going into it, I think if you were looking at form and stuff, or you were looking at the table, you would have thought it was evenly matched. Partick Thistle had a couple of really good results, but I agree. I think the development of Hearts, I think year on year you're expecting them, and they've not really done what they should be doing and where they're getting to level. So them to keep their name in the cup for the longer and come to Hampden in the semi-final I think it's a massive boost for the club.
They will be slight favourites given the league positions of the two sides, and I suppose it's how they handle that and handle the occasion here. Both sides, really.
Yeah, I think any team come in and getting the opportunity to play at Hampden for any player will be fantastic for the clubs, and it's how they do. I guess they just need to. Spartans have got that bit more experience in what they do and being in semi-finals, but this will be a rare occasion for both teams to come together at Hampden.
Yeah, it will be another cracking semi-final, and it was an action-packed round once again in the Women's Scottish Cup. So will it be Rangers, will it be Celtic, or will it be Hearts, or will it be Spartans who are back here for the final of this season's competition? We will find out when the semi-finals take place here at Hampden on the 27th and 28th of April. Laura, thank you very much for joining me here today. Best of luck to all 4 teams in the competition. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.